Hey, what's good guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel, the only sneaker channel here on YouTube where you'll probably get a review on these because these are probably not going to sell, but they are awesome. And this is probably the best quality. I've said this before. This is like the best Nike Sportswear Retro release that we've ever had. Not ever, but like it's definitely one of them, especially in recent years, because they have done us so wrong with some of these 90 basketball shoes. But these are just one of the best that they have done in recent memory. It's not an OG colorway, but it's more premium than the OG colorway. And it's these bad boys right here. This, my friends, is the Nike Zoom GP. These are so pretty. I first saw these like a leaked catalog scan of this colorway and I was like, man, what in the hell are they thinking? I was just so irritated. And then I saw some leaked images of the actual sneaker. There was two versions. One of them had a green midsole and the other one was just like this. I didn't know which one I liked more. All I know is that the materials were very interesting. And that's probably just my favorite part about these things, man. This material setup is fantastic. These guys right here are made of full-on suede, yo, and these are just so fire, man. Like, look at that material, look at that. That's some good stuff. And then on top of that, they got the little leather panel. Right behind the leather panel is the monkey paw technology. It's a little TPU plastic supports that look like a monkey's paw. And this is very reminiscent of some of the original colorways, like those blue ones that I really wish would release. These ones give me hope because they're very similar materials, but the blue ones had the same exact setup where it had like that leather overlay right here on the stripe. It had suede upper, and then it had that leather patch right there where the monkey paw tech was. So I'm really hopeful that that original colorway does release. I don't know if it will. Now the materials all over the place are very similar to what was used on the original models of the shoe. The retail price though is a lot more expensive than the original shoe. The original shoe, I believe it was $110. The retail price on the Retro, however, is $160. So there's a bit of debating, which is great because I would like to know your guys' thoughts actually on this subject. This is these and the white ones very close in as far as like materials used and stuff like that and panel placement to the original, but the price has increased. Some people call that inflation, other people call that bull. It depends on your state of mind and all that stuff. So I want to know what you guys think. When a shoe is retroed, do you want it to be identical to the original? And knowing, of course, that that's not going to reflect in the price. You're probably not going to get that original 110 price. But do you want the materials and all that stuff to be just like the original or as close to as possible? Or for that 160 or whatever the increased price is, do you want them to change it up? Do you want them to have premium materials instead? Because when we go to something like an Air Jordan, people do the same thing, like that black cement. You want it to be OG, so they did it as close as possible to the OG. $200 though, and then you got half of the people being like, for 200 bucks, it should be real nubuck. But the shoe never had real nubuck. So it's just one of those things where it's like, what way do you sway? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want, for the increased price, better materials, or do you just want a replica kind of product and just give it to the price that like they price it at? I would love to know your guys' thoughts on the subject because it's very interesting to me. I could go either way. I love the premium stuff, but I also really do appreciate when they do try, like this and like the white and black colorway, when they try to put out the original product as close to the original as possible. And again, I know already that they're not going to give it to us for 110, so you know, that I'm just accepting of. But I would just like to know your guys' thoughts on the subject. Please leave them down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Now, as far as tech features are concerned on the shoe, you have the same exact ratchet set system right here, which is cool. Like, this thing is so dope, man. Look at that. Super sick. And then you just plop that open and it comes out. You got the hidden lacing system underneath. I love the colors on these, man. You know, shout out to Seattle and the original Supersonics team. That's what this colorway is all about. That city needs a team, man. Like, the Space Needle is just such a cool like visual, like that logo from this era where this color is like from. It's just such a dope look, and I'm glad that Nike Sportswear actually made a colorway to tribute that. So I just think that Seattle deserves a team. You know, whether or not they will eventually get one again, I don't really know, but I think that the NBA was a better time back then. Now, in addition to the little ratchet lacing system right there. You have full-on herringbone. If you guys want to know a little bit about its performance, you can check the last video, which we'll link right over here. This one I'm not taking out on court. I think that these are beautiful, so I'm just going to wear these casually. But we do have full-on herringbone right there. It's thick, so you can use it indoors or outdoors. This 90s style stuff in early 2000s, it lasts. So, you know, again, if you are looking for something that's going to, you know, give you the most bang for your buck, if you're a primarily outdoor basketball player, look retro, especially when the retro has good cushion, like something like this. Speaking of the cushion, Phylon midsole, heel zoom air unit, 4-foot zoom air unit. It doesn't feel like the original one, but it's as good as we're gonna get. So again, I just accept that. I'm just happy that they can zoom on this thing, because if we look back at the Nike Zoom glove, they stripped the zoom out of all of that, and then they put one that was legitimately like that big in the heel, only so that they can actually say, technically there's zoom in it. No. That was a cop-out. That was messed up. And then the one thing that I'm really surprised with is that the carbon fiber is actual carbon fiber. And again, for a Nike Sportswear release, man, this is cool, dude. I'm just glad that everything is back on this shoe. I'm just so happy that these are available. And for anybody curious, the piping around here, right there and around this area and this little flap, it's also reflective. Something that you guys might not like though is that the materials are so nice, but they are soft. So you're gonna get that creasing, that mobility within the material. Some people don't like that. So like they were complaining about, you know, the leather was super soft on the white pair. This guy, it's even softer, man. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, you might not like these, but I personally love it. I think that this is gonna feel fantastic on foot. Once your foot's in there, it's gonna fill it up and it'll make the shoe look like a normal shoe again. But that pretty much takes care of it for these guys. I think that these are dope. They are playable. I wouldn't play in this pair personally just because the materials are a little bit softer. But if you guys are interested in this pair, they're supposed to release on May 18th. And if you guys are interested in grabbing a pair, they should be available at most Nike Sportswear retailers. That'll include like the big box stores. But if you're local to the Sacramento area, what I would do is go over to Phenom. They're gonna have these in store. Try them on, see how they feel for yourself, see how they look and all that stuff. They got a cool little mirror on the wall. You can go and stump, be like, oh, those are fresh, all that stuff. So go ahead and check them out. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, guys, have a good one.
Babe, you got rhymes.
Why?
What way do you sway?
Bars. It's not rhymes. They call
it is too.
No, they call it bars. Rhyming is for Dr. Seuss. These new kids, it's called bars. These are fire though.
They're not.
These I think I like these more than these ones, and I love these.
People were disappointed that I didn't come in this video and hate on them, so
that's because
here I am.
I talked. So if you missed the video on these and you think that I lacked depth within this one, I'm strictly talking about this colorway now. If you want to know about the shoe,
this was super informed.
Yeah, if you want to know about this shoe, if you're new to sneakers and you don't know anything about these, you don't know about Gary Payton's, you know, Zoom GP, go check out that video for this colorway, because that's where I break everything down. This one, I know that I shouldn't assume that you've seen this already, but I'm just saying, like, I'm excited about this colorway at this moment, and so that's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna, like, I don't want to rehash for people that did see this video,
right,
like the same stuff, because they're gonna be like, yo, this is mad boring or whatever, even though probably mad boring anyways. But like, still, I don't know what it is about this one, man. I did not like these when I saw these online, man, but it's the materials, it's the colors, they're weird as looking, man. I love this.
This panel right here, or line, whatever you want to call it.
The overlay?
Yes.
The white bar?
Looks like when us women go and get a pedicure and they shove the toes inside the little thing.
Oh, come on, don't do that.
That's all I see when he's wearing them.
Whatever, there's toes inside of here. It works. It's all good.
I thought the logo inside.
The flight logo?
The flight logo. I had asked you, I was like, are those supposed to be wings? Because when I look at them, not knowing, it looks like Wolverine's claws going slink.
Which is awesome. But yes, it could be either one. But yeah, it's
why would Nike have a Wolverine thing in there?
It's not for Nike, it's for nerds. Be like, yeah, I got Wolverine claws.
Look.
Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. It's perfect. It's perfect. I love these, man. This was such a cool time in basketball, like in footwear, not just in basketball, and in basketball. The basketball today sucks, dude. Like, I'm sorry, man. Did you guys see Steph travel? And people actually, okay, she must have missed it. Look, I'm gonna go on a mini rant real quick, but because
it's been rough.
I love Steph, okay, but like I can't watch this shit, man. I can't watch it. And then people had the gall to post the clip on Instagram and be like, is this a travel or no? What do you mean, is this a travel or no? I know that they didn't call it in the game, but it's a real travel.
They're so confused by Harden.
He started it.
So now they're like, I don't know anything anymore.
But the funny thing is that it's against them. And so it's like, are you going to call that travel as the ref? Because you probably let James do that 15 times before that, right?
Yeah.
So I get it, but don't ask if it's a travel. It just is a travel. Just say it's a travel. I'm a Steph fan. I love Golden State. I'm from the Bay. That's the squad no matter like where I live and all that stuff. I live in Sacramento now, but like I'm from the Bay Area. I will always be from the Bay Area. But that's just a travel. And it just makes the game so hard to watch.
Yeah.
It makes it so hard to enjoy. Because I know damn well if I do that in the gym, everybody's going to be causing a, you know?
Tizzy?
I'd be like, no, but Steph did it. You know what I mean? I'm like, you can't. And it's just whack, dude. Bring back this time, man. This fool locked up people. One of my favorite memories of Gary Payton was Gary Payton didn't even have the ball. He got juked out so hard by Jason Williams. White chocolate. I love that guy. Shout out to Sacramento. But like, this guy juked him so with a little hezzy too, man. And he was so quick. He's like, just kidding. And he zoomed past Gary. Gary tries to trip him with his foot because right? Because GP was a G, dude. He's
so scandalous.
No. GP's from Oakland, so he's from the Bay. He's from where we're from. He was like, this guy, man, I'm gonna trip this little white boy. He just broke him so hard, man. Just boom. And then all of a sudden, he didn't trip him. He gets the lay-in and everything. You see them in the clip coming back. GP looking at Jason Williams so hard, like he's like dogging him, right?
Like the lady from that KD clip.
Yes, that was hilarious.
And how about the pinpoint pass?
But Jason Williams is such a happy-go-lucky dude, and he was happy too. Like he was like, I just f***ed up. Gary Payton is one of the best defenders in the league. I just juked his ass so bad. And Gary eventually just looked at him and just started laughing like, yeah, okay, young fella's here. Like that was my favorite. It was like a welcome to the NBA, young man. You know what I mean? I just love that, dude. Like, the NBA is not like that anymore. It's not even a highlight for Gary. It's Jason Williams' highlight, but that was one of my favorite Gary Payton moments. Man, if we can play the clip, roll it.
This is a super crossover. I mean, he hesitated for a minute, froze Gary Payton, and then just the crossover was just deadly. What I'm seeing right here is a guy that's not afraid to play against anybody. And he makes eye contact with Gary Payton, and Payton's smiling.
This is a great shoe. This is a great shoe. It's a great retro, both of these.